Hey folks, Nick Tockert here with the Historical Fencing Guild. Before we get in it, I've got some bills to pay. First and foremost, coming through the door, we have to thank our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory, indiecd.org, who have sponsored this channel and my other channel, the Nicholas Tockert channel, and made our streaming possible. So thank you, indiecd.org. And if you're an independent creator looking to get your start, that is a wonderful place to join up and have more stability in this era of the ease that somebody can be dropped. Okay? So we're going to drop that. We're also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, my ongoing series dedicated to this group to make sure that everyone can have access to at least rudimentary Western martial arts training in plain, simple English with highlighted illustrations, including, well, lots of stick figures. So if that's your jam, please look me up on Amazon. But most of all, I have to thank Off in the Woods, Frog G, Ronald Rain, Bladed Thesis, Brian K. Morris, Cindy Kep, Steve Augusto, my beloved patrons. If you want to join that list of worthies, the people who make this happen, please consider joining the Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You get a usually about bi-monthly letter. You get options to have me do custom videos. I have a whole stack of videos that I'm going to leave here and not pull over that I will be doing because of requests by the guild as the weather breaks. And you guys get to dictate basically what you want from me because you are paying for the service. So thank you. You get access to early releases of books, previews of things. I'm trying to make it really nice and kind of spicy for you. As soon as I get the videos to actually download from my OneDrive, One PC, whatever that useless version of Dropbox that Microsoft has, as soon as it lets me download it, I will upload the videos and audio from the Shakespeare program, where you'll be able to hear it because I don't have to worry about copyright violation in a direct download situation. Now I have to move these out of reach because they are dangerous. Pumpkins are back, yo. And before we get into that, thank you, Alec. I glanced down. I'm like, something isn't quite right. Everybody's catching me on my, oh, that does feel so much better. My glasses, which fit the outfit much better. I might get a set of these that are in bifocals. I don't know. But we have that. Before I go any further, I probably should mention the local news you may or may not have heard about that has affected both how I'm dealing today and some of my plans for the facilities. That being that Wednesday at about 2:30, the Benton County Sheriff's, with some support from the Fowler Police, raided my next door neighbor's house. They locked him up at a different site, and they raided, seizing firearms, drugs, and an explosive device at about 4:30. The sheriff came by the house Wednesday and informed us what was going on, told us we'd probably be just fine as long as we stayed in the house when the bomb techs got here, but I elected to remove myself, my son, and my cats, and we went to see Mandy. So that sort of struck me because for the last 5 years he's been a fairly good friend, and he's helped me with maintaining the yard and facilities while I was so injured, and has been kind of useful and wonderful and supportive of trying to get the guild function back up and running. And he was actually actively working with me to get stuff on not long before that happened. So I'm going to have to do a whole lot of things by myself that will be much more physically demanding. And it just means some necessary lifestyle changes, I think. And I don't hold any animosity towards him because anybody can make mistakes. And I know that's probably not a normal view, but I try to be forgiving. I try to be supportive. I have my limits in what I can do, and unfortunately, I have hit them for a while. But it does mean that my plan to have certain levels of coolness established won't be likely happening before practices start up, simply because it's back to being essentially a one-man show. But Amanda will do what she can, and Xander will do what he can, and we're going to make it better, folks, for the guildies who actually make it out. Practices are still slated to start in a couple weeks. So yes, anyone who has concerns, who knows about this news story and knows about the town, yes, that is exactly where you think it is. Yes, that is exactly who you think it is. And please, if you have room, keep him in your hearts and minds and prayers, because he's going through a lot and he made some very, very bad choices. But least we can do is pray for him and hope that through this he gets the help, both physical and mental, that he requires. Beyond that, I have a very, very busy schedule coming down the pipe. Starting with the fact that Monday is my birthday. That won't affect this channel, but it does affect my morning show next Monday. I'm just not doing it. I have family obligations related to my birthday that must be tended to, so I will be tending to them. Then we have Labor Day weekend, which I will be very busy around these parts due to the Euro Park Festival. And then September 9th, I will be from 10 till 2 at the Benton County Public Library in lovely Fowler, Indiana, at 102 North Van Buren, selling my books and art and whatever other shenanigans I can manage. We'll be joined by Brian K. Morris and his lovely wife Cookie, and Carl Witzman and Donna Witzman. There may be others. A lot of people aren't solid for that, but we have some stuff to talk about, because if you've been following the Guild channel, I will attempt to pronounce the word, but Thesis has actually produced some really neat, I knew them as Emmy Piercers, but a training version that is a weapon system I'm not fully versed in, but I know variants. It's one of those I certainly could make go, but the specialties of such I'm not what I would consider adequately attached to. So we're going to go through the chat real quick, see if there's anything anyone specifically is looking to. I hope that Thesis can discuss what's going on there. Please hit your like and shares. And then we will go on down the chat. We'll see how that's going. And I was thinking about hitting Purple Heart Armory, seeing if they have anything new, possibly checking out any other sites you guys recommend. Retailers, stuff that won't get me in trouble with YouTube. And we'll just kind of keep it cool, because we are under an extreme heat situation that is just now breaking to a miserable heat situation. We were 130 1:13, feels like 1:30 yesterday. So it's been a lot on those of us in this region. I hope everyone is doing okay. But I'll hit through the comments, and then we'll see who's doing what, and we'll make this go best we can, right, folks? Alex versus Lador. So, not seeing the reenactment tomorrow, as it's going to be too hot for my sister, but I'll have my mom's partner take pictures for me still. Well, that's tragic that you won't be able to see the reenactment, but at least you'll get pictures done. And I'm glad to see you, Alec. I hope your school day went well. Randomly sits and spins my Amici trainers waiting for the stream to start. That's called a humble brag, folks. Never mind the coolness I have. No, you've earned it. Foxy drops in, and good morning, good evening, Thesis, and good evening, Foxy. And hey, Cindy, I hope you're having a wonderful time. And Cindy's dropping her link, dropping the link to this program and where to find it. YouTube.com/@the-historical fencing guild. Please like, share, and subscribe. My book links, Amazon.com/store/Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tucker. Check out the cool art, DeviantArt.com/Nick T. Yay. Yep. Here we go. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Blue Teddy. I hope you're having a lovely evening. Hi, Alec. How goes it? Hiya, Foxy. It goes okay. Hey, how are you? I'm glad to hear that. The spear doesn't look simple. Too many details. Well, I keep the technique simplified. The spear, I think that's a moderately simple spear design. It's just, it has elements that I found useful and important. Been better, been worse. Allah, can't complain much. That's not a bad place to be, Foxy, my love. I get that. And Nick, glasses now. Incorrect ocular enhancement device. Thank you, guys. Seriously, I do appreciate that. My mind is a little scattered as between the heat and current events. I haven't slept terribly well in the last couple days. I did get a nap this afternoon, around noontime. That helped. I was actually tired enough. I had to end my morning show quite a couple minutes early, which is something that very rarely happens. Spear is pretty simple, Johnny. Pointing end goes into the other man. Are we still talking about spears? We can talk about spears all day. That's most weapons, isn't it? Yes, it was the helpful neighbor. And I am not in a position to financially help him at this time. And despite everything, it kind of guts me because that's who I am. But I don't know. And yeah, never can tell about some folks. I've noticed that when somebody's been walking the wrong path, if they start walking the better path, the world tends to try to bite down and get them where they're not going. But that's okay too. We just do our best. And I like how smoothly Nick avoided Johnny's joke. What joke? I saw no joke. This is not the joke you're looking for, right, Alec? That's probably right. Honestly, I hate to admit it, but I'm. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. There was no joke. He's gifted. At this point, when I get tired, I have a habit of becoming hyper literal. And I am very, very tired right now, so I am very, very literal-minded. And, but to the people who wonder, will this stop me? No, it does not stop me from doing what I wanted to do. It means I have to change my plans and possibly elicit help. I'm not quite sure. But I will be seeing the local guild types fairly soon. And she'll be seeing them tomorrow. And that's going to help a bit. And I'm going to get in touch with some family stuff. That will help a bit. And we're just going to go one day at a time around here, which is the best way to do anything. Now, let me set something up. I try. I am a big fan of verbal jujitsu. Anyway, which is the ability to redirect conversation or problematic things. Oh, the slides for Cindy's Siege are still saved on here. I find that amusing. Give me just a moment. Oh, and we do have a comment, so I'm going to go. Oh, there we are. Do that. That is not okay. I'm going to just close that up because it keeps trying to get that. Move tab to new window. We're going to see tabs from out. Okay, we're almost there. It's been a while since I've had to do this, so just a moment, please. And before we get too heavy into this, thesis says my piercer trainers are basically a last minute thing. I cut a piece of dowel for my cutting stand and was tossing around like going, I wonder. The best things in life happen that way. That activated creativity. That's what's going to make you great trainers. That's how the method I pays hold music. The method I used to attach for my sword cane trainer, which was I'll just wrap it with a rubber band and shove it in there and see if that holds it all, and realize it holds phenomenally. I need to do another trainer introduction video for some of my homemade ones. I have to do the boffer video soon. I was just at Menards. I wasn't in a mental place. Honestly, I was in a place to look at Halloween stuff while I was at Menards, but which was acquired. I'm trying to get gear that will be useful for the RPG nights. Now we're going to hit here. We're going to go deal of the day. And let's see, the Four Masters Fight Book series on that seems a little rough. I haven't looked at those in a while, but we'll have to look. That's actually kind of fun. A 6x9 bamboo with a Fiore cutting board. That is amusing, and I would say get that and put that up on your wall. I can see. Okay, so we have that. We have a Meyer with the Dussick, and I do love a good Dussick. The Fiore Chibi set is still available. Now, $22 for a sword case is not bad at all, friends. That is not bad at all. I haven't messed with their padded swords, but that seems stiff for what equates to a large boffer. And the fight books being $50. Mini helmet. I'm laughing because I watch a lot of the Roman helmet guy who talks about things. So nothing really grand there. Let's see what new and upcoming gives us. The Stabulous keyring that's cute. The Meyer cutting bandana, that's cute. Texas Audacious Night Fight. Oh, that's cool, but I wasn't there, so I would feel a little inappropriate. The canvas bags are nice. Okay. Because carrying your trainers around can be a little tricky. Have a great night. You stay safe. And, I had to do some loss just lying around with the far too little. Beats found some that will fit the nail perfectly. I'm glad you had the right parts. That's cool. I hate the price of sword manuals. It's a hang up for me. Okay, he's making a Meyer Dusek trainer. Fencing cloaks are beautiful. And I'm just scrolling through to see if there's anything new. Nothing really grand is jumping out today. Although there's someone here that will love this thing, so I will bring it up. The original multi-tactical tool, the Gunturot sword axe trainer, because why not? Let's see. Enough. My next order of business is to try to come up with some kind of scabbard to carry them around in. Essentially making a scroll case with a double flap and a gap for the ring to stay exposed would probably be the best way. Gimme. Now Johnny will joke more. Probably. The grip tape's interesting. I need to look to see if they're making something while I'm here. And feel free to crack your jokes, guys. Basic trainers. Because joking is part of what happens on the show. Go newest. Let's see. Okay, that's come down quite a bit. The Arnis Spada and Daga set is a great set if you're looking for dual wielding. The basic trainer's just... This is chef's kiss, guys. If you want to do Western martial arts, you don't know what kind of trainer to get. You want a sword. Like, nothing fancy. Just a sword. This thing, whenever it rattles its way through, got to keep you on your toes. Why is this being so weird today? Anyway, this is the one you guys want to get. It's sub 40 before shipping, probably around 50 after shipping. This is one of the best simple sword trainers I've ever seen. And definitely on, like, these are things you can't have too many of. Now, I will admit, in mild weebdom, why is that? Okay, we'll put that away. I would love to get one of these made with a tsuba on it so I could have a nagamaki. I think I would just have a splendid time with something like that. Ooh, where did you... Wait. You're new. One moment, sir. Friends, look at this fellow. What kind of blade length do you have, my dear and noble friend? Of course, it's out of stock. They always are. 21. Ooh, that's a delightful little trainer. Hi, Peter. Look, we'll try this again. Hi, Peter Pitrak. It has been a age and a half since I've heard from you, good sir. Glad to see you in the chat. Peter's one of my older students. I haven't dealt with him in a long time. That looks orthotic and lightweight. And of course, it's out of stock. Because of course it is. I'm just going to skip the feet. No, you have enough dressed looking stuff? I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on. Sir, that's an allegation. Let me double check something. Okay, that is turned off. Wait. Having two of these trainers is not excessive, okay? This is light and fun, but one of my things is to try to find trainers that fit the spirit or flow of weapons I have. And that Pinuti system is very interesting. It also looks like with that slight curve, it would be a nice orthopedic grip, which, given my hand problems, there's a nice retention bend. That could be very pleasant indeed. And don't hate me because I'm beautiful, Johnny. And I like to see that everyone is greeting Peter. Oh, that was a rogue guitar moving around. Don't worry about that. But yeah, we are working on things now. Pete, just to let you know, because you haven't been around, I'll be holding practices again starting 1 second. I need to bring up my calendar to get the date right. Actually, I'll do that here so it doesn't strain my computer because my computer's being problematic. Thinking the 15th. Not the 15th, the 16th will be the start of practices. So, since you're local, let's see. Trainers in the spirit of my style. So they have Molnir. They do not have a good hammer trainer at this site. However, making one of those would not be hard. And it's funny because I almost bought a yoga block. But if you got one of those yoga blocks and just drill it out, shove a chunk of PVC or better, maybe polycarbonate or polypropylene, then you could make a Molnir that would be quite workable. A Filipino Pinuti, yes. And see, one thing I like about the Filipino weapons is they're usually geared towards people of smaller stature. They tend to be aggressive, but the weapons are scaled to people of smaller stature. Oh, I'm certain we can. We have that technology. But looking for light trainers of a low cost, and this is really nice, is something I'm rather passionate about. So it's always a bit of a journey to see what's coming down the pipe. And I need to, because the D-Hill, this is one of the best trainers out there, actually. Well, then that's wonderful. Yeah, you do. I know what you're talking about. That's a very good trainer. In fact, wait a second. If I recall, European martial arts, whole weapons, I had to think for a second. They did used to sell a very good, if you want rigid in polymers, they have some really stout, but you better be in full armor for those. Where did that rubberized axe hammerhead go? Here we go. Actual, if you want just a really nice um, rubberized Warhammer, yeah, I think if we're going with a hammer, I think I agree. But if you wanted to attempt a rubberized and you were wearing full armor, these are quite nice. I would prefer any mass weapon be of oversized boffer. All it needs is a good case of I was sure he was going to dad's that and he didn't see it coming, and next thing you know, you're in the ER. Exactly. It's why I recommend, the safest variants that I can manage of any given weapon. But like I said, I thought I saw a Warhammer trainer in here. I would go boffery with it and then use a plastidip method if you are looking for a good Warhammer. I've made a couple in the past. So, yeah, depending on how rigid you wanted, using a glue called wood weld and layered closed cell foam, so like camp pad essentially, layered up around a sturdy shaft, wood welded together, then with a layer of foam around it so that it doesn't just flare apart on contact. Probably a reinforcing strip or two, possibly of leather. It could look really good. And plastidip the whole thing, probably using a spray-on plastidip. You could make a heck of a trainer. We can always work about things. That hammer needs a blade on the other end of that. Maybe axe, maybe chain where you around the place with spikes. Oh, Johnny, you're going full Lobo Cop on me, man. That's not necessary. Groovy, but not necessary. See, you guys want to wound me into feeling better. I see how you are. But I will say this, Pete, no spoilers. I haven't watched Ahsoka yet. I've been catching up on some other programs that I really needed to watch. And the whole Ahsoka thing, yeah, let him cook sounded cool to me. Oh, it's cool. It's cool looking. It just hurts my very soul. Let's see. I keep checking the Game of Thrones part to see if he's going to make a nope, a needle trainer of some sort, and he hasn't yet. But that makes me want to check this. Ooh. So they're coming up with a Screama trainer. That's nice. Wait a second. Hold on, guys. Of course it's necessary. I am a necessary devil. Oh, you're just a little guy. Chaotic good is usually my alignment. A weapon for anyone whose life is motto is I die. Johnny, I need a cigarette after that. And a tall hill where you can smoke it while brooding. Well, I am severely tempted to order something. Guys, that looks like my bush sword. Uh, 24. That might be my bush sword. Um, Now I'm intrigued. Because if that's a trainer made with the same measurements uh, as my bush sword, I may just have to order one of these. Okay, that's going to be problematic. It doesn't want to share this. That's fine. I'll just do that. Ha ha. It's Facebook. Because I would love to have some. I always like my weapons to mirror the gear that I actually am likely to carry. And that means I need to check the axes. That's by culture. That's by, let's see. We've got several axes. I quite like that handle. Have to see how long that is, though. Got some bearded axes, hangers, broad axes, Johnny's custom sword. Okay, cool. Dane axes. Not what I was looking for, but that's okay. I am always trying to find new trainers and new weapons that suit what's going on to make it easier for you. And when I'm having a rough day, I like to come over here because it's sort of a salve. And yes, I can see my buddy Pete being one of the last paladins after getting annoyed with what 5th edition is claiming to do with paladins. This is the Tao, and I am still very tempted by it, but that's not what was I looking for. God, I lost the name of the sword I'm looking for. Wow, that hurts. It just brain farted. No, it's none of those. Ah, there it is. Messer. I was overthinking it. Chaotic Good does suit Thesis very well. I'd love to know what your alignment, tendencies are. Ooh, we got some new Messer. I don't know if I like that one. I mean, granted, it is a basic, so it would be inexpensive. But, there comes a point where I just don't want to be that basic. I've been doing this long enough. $40. See, I don't like that strain angle. I need to look handed. You have to pick a handedness. Okay, maybe it's not too bad. I thought he had Messers. Oh, chaotic neutral. I tend to roll chaotic good, chaotic neutral if I'm feeling spicy. I get that. I think on that part, chaotic. Most people I know don't like to be bad. They feel better being nice. And Thesis is still talking to Christian about Han style. Biggest issues is a guarded design that still fits with the overall design that doesn't look goofy. That is the real challenge with the way Christian designs his weaponry. It's a fascinating system, but the trick is finding weapons that work now. That can't be right. European martial arts. Swords. Let's try this. And I know I searched Messers, but I know that their site can be a little fluffy. Especially since I went synthetic, and that is not a synthetic Messer. Oh. nylon version. Please, 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 please. And you're still looking up biggest issues with guard design. Well, and that's going to be a challenge because he's using essentially a laser cutter probably to do everything in profile. So it's only been recent that he's been able to do guards that work more dramatically. This though, what's the blade length? Oh, I'm gonna have to look at the blade length. 3310. Okay. See, my good friend Johnny likes to give me flack for thinking I'm being cringy and thinking that I'm going to go full Drizzt. That would not be me going dark side. Me getting a Krieg Messer and channeling my inner Vampire Hunter D, that would be embracing the inner cringe. Let's see. Thesis, I hate being evil. If a game has different ending based on good path or evil path, I will play both, but I feel awful playing the evil path. Goofy doesn't matter if it works. My idea of a perfect is a katana with an extended basket hilt handguard. Just leave enough of an opening at the end to get both hands on it if you really need it. I know exactly the weapon you're looking for. Give me a while. It does exist. It's a variant form of Messer, I think. So you start with something like this, which the difference functionally between a Messer and a katana is not that much. Shock, gasp, horror. But a Messer with a really ornate blade, I've seen it. I really think I can explain it. I know what you're talking about. It does exist, and there's nothing wrong with wanting one. But being bad feels so good. And Thesis says, I usually take longer playing the evil character because I have to stop periodically and do something nice that ruins the whole alignment. I couldn't even finish playthrough of the Joja path in Stardew Valley. Sadly, Peter, I disagree. My favorite game is called Nine Dragons. Higher up swords look goofy as heck. I prefer using form over function. Low level swords just because I prefer the look of them. I don't think going Drizzt is cringe. I'm just 100% anti-drow. You are letting yourself be entirely biased by a particular drow. And that's not your fault. Wait, if you look at the thing, I assume this is a game on the this is a game on the Magic Box. I'll stand here and proclaim all 52 years where real games involve dice and paper. Well, hold up. Anyway, just kidding. Everyone to their own, but yeah, I know they go overboard on certain games. Autocorrect. I got stabbed multiple times. You were there. And Johnny. Okay. We're talking RPGs momentarily. We're off topic, but that's okay. The reason why I don't want to play an evil character when I am being a player is a couple fold. One, of course, is I'm the DM usually. I play all the evil characters all the time. Oh my gosh. Two, I have a soft spot for the really deep paladin stuff. I mean, it just gets me when it's done right. There's a reason that when I'm having a really bad day or my imposter syndrome is acting up, I have a folder of useful videos on a playlist of useful videos on YouTube. And in that folder of useful videos is the 20-second clip of Alexander Anderson's introduction from Ultimate Helsing Abridged, where he's showing up to fight the Nazis with his underlings. It is known as the necessary evil speech. And if that doesn't just, it's so good. It just gets right in your bloodstream. Let's see. You would fit well in Windhelm, Johnny. They hate dark elves. Johnny's beautiful, so he'd fit well anywhere. It's quite annoying. The laughter. I was quite amused. It was like, oh, it knows me. It took me over a year to go through the dark path in Infamous because I felt like such a jerk. I had to stop playing and play something else. I'm not one to talk. I've never played any of those games, but I'd be a wannabe funny jerk, you know? Trying something different from my usual. Johnny, you are not a wannabe funny jerk. Plus, being a vampire, you wouldn't have to worry about the cold as much. Just watch out for the Dawn Guard. That's true. That is true. Now, there's that one. And I'm going to come back here because I am looking at Sword Trainers on basically my favorite site. And you can find the link to the site in the description. That is my affiliate link. If you buy anything from this site, you will. I will get a small percentage, and more importantly, they'll understand that the people I talk to about this appreciate my input. So let's see. Yes. Blue. Johnny Cage is a funny jerk when he wants to be. Listen to Johnny. While being careful around Drow is warranted, prejudice against vampires is totally not okay. I'm fascinated by that. Such as conspiring you to lawyers. Yeah, you guys are just... I love that you guys are on a place tonight that's just beyond fact or fiction. I gotta look at this thing. I shouldn't. It's gonna hurt my soul because I bet it's expected. Such as comparing you to lawyers. That's just professional courtesy. Is that steel? That's interesting. I would love to find out if that's SCA legal. Because that's a steel messer, and that's gorgeous. Of course, it's out of stock, so there's a good chance that it is. Oh, that's painfully beautiful. Hey, I'm not prejudiced against vampires. Lord Harkin just fell on my claws 127 times. That just happens. Nothing to sweat about. It just happens. Giggles. Yep. And some vampires obviously have more stakeability than others. It's just part of the necessity, guys. I have no idea what TSL is, so I'm going to click it to see what it is. Apparently, it is a set of $16 economy elbows. That's kind of nice. You just said that like it was an okay thing, Thesis, and he agreed with you. And I'm over here just with all my tails trying not to get eaten. Oh, God. I'm sorry, you said multiple tails, and my brain totally went Fear the Nagatsune. And yes, I am making a Teen Wolf reference. No, I am not apologizing. The only thing is they didn't give uh, uh, they didn't give Styles the upgrade he needed. And Peter says, Nick, the only thing separating you from a paladin is a suit, a plate mail, a big ass sword, and a patron actually pouring holy energy into you. So the thing that matters, it's there. Thank you. Seriously, thank you, Pete. That's incredibly kind and well appreciated during this run. See, Johnny says it makes it very hard to hold certain jokes in the Foxy friends. I would stake Edward Cullen a million times before I would touch a hair on Spike's bleach blonde head. That's because Spike is perfection and beauty and love and just need to be appreciated. Angelus just needed to be decapitated. There, I said it. I love David Boreanaz. Don't get me wrong. But Angel was a groomer and he creeped me out. Tune in to the Historical Fencing Guild at 7 p.m. Fridays. Thank you. And you should catch the Historical Fencing Guild at 7 p.m. And that's the link. And love catching up with you guys. But as usual, when Nick streams, I've been up 26 hours, a little sleeping, so it's time to bed. You get some sleep. Remember, on my other channel, I do from 10 to 11 my time, 9 to 10 your time. A morning stream for authors and stuff. And yes, Johnny, she makes it very hard and difficult to keep things in. Wow. So I'll leave you with my favorite saying. God makes a strong for a little while so he can defend the weak. Makes it strong for a little while so he can defend the weak. That's beautiful. Support Nick's efforts to teach people to be safely dangerous. There it is. Enjoy your sleep. Sleep! And I'll be honest, how much is that? 40? It's 40, but it's kind of ugly. It's ugly, guys. It's so ugly. Get all the Stompy Robots of Unusual Size and More Fun books about wielding weaponry. Thank you. Sleep is good. Sleep is good when it works. Hey, as a member of the Sleep Scooter, I tired. There's a nap for that. That was my plan earlier today, and it worked moderately well. Sizing, what was it? 26-36, so that's a 10-inch. Weighs a pound. So it's 30. Wait, is that the blade length? Yeah, 26. So that's nice. Wait, did Nick come out with more? The kids love because it's easy taking. Now I'm staying up and I'm going to get yelled at. Yeah. Hold on. Have you got the core rule book with all the 9 units, the 9 basic units? I also have 2 novels set in this universe, or novellas. They're great fun. There are some apps coming out for this. You can get a companion app from JB Tech Apps. And there's more stories and stuff in the works if I could ever get through my current backlog of things so that I can do the next level of Big Stompy Robots. That's going to be this winter's project. We'll be playtesting and basically making a veritable poop ton of miniatures to playtest with. It's good. Please, by all means, reach out, Pete. Hit me up in Facebook. I'll send you links. Let you know of anything. Anything you don't have, let me know. We'll figure something out. You know me. I could, of course, get one of these at this cost and see if I like it. Oh, it's hard. We'll figure it out. Find Nick's cool art at deviantart.com/NickT. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate the plugs. Let's get rid of that. I don't think we're talking those anymore. Guys, I want to make sure you're staying hydrated. This heat is no joke. It will get you. I want to make sure you're doing your drills and stuff. I am going to be doing all sorts of very, very strange things to try to get back into shape. In the near future, I will be doing some knife throwing, and I will try to record that. I do want to remind you guys that those plastic rapiers are only $50, and they are available through Amazon. They're not hard to find. Just search polypropylene rapier. And if not, I can get you the links. Oh, everyone bug Foxy because her birthday is in a little over a week. Talk her to being a special guest next Friday. That can be arranged. Foxy, if you want to be a special guest, we'd love to have you chatting on next Friday. As you know, we're very close in birthdays, as Monday is my birthday. So we will be doing that. I want to thank everyone who's been buying my books lately. I do see the numbers and I appreciate it. You can expect more soon. I have to get through some of the fiction and game design stuff, and then I can really deep dive the nonfiction stuff. I just had some situations lately that kind of scrambled me up. So that's what's going on that front. Next week, I hope to have some more stuff. Well, actually, yeah, we'll see. Next week should be an interesting show. We will be discussing any new products that are out, and we will be discussing. There was a specific. Beginner boffers and training. Oh, her birthday is September 3rd. Mine is October 3rd. Makes it easy to remember. And mine is in 3 days for those of you who are tracking that sort of thing. But so we've had a good show. I think it's kind of. Oh, I'm 5 minutes behind. You're fine. You're fine. It's okay, Pete. I do think we are getting to the point where it's about time for me to wrap up. I've got something I need to do rather pressingly, it looks like. So, guys, I will see you all next week for another episode of the Historical Fencing Guild's live stream. Remember, actual local guildies practices will be starting up in September the 16th. Yes, September 16th at my home, which is why I'm not broadcasting. Spike forever, literally. I don't think there's nearly enough content of Spike and Giles causing problems, but I am all for those two causing every form of mischief. They're great fun. Spike's an awesome character. Great thing to see. Now I'm wanting to go on a Buffy/Angel kick. But aside from vampires who should and should not be staked, we will be approaching. It is the start of spooky season. We're approaching it. So if you guys would like another how to deal with a supernatural threat, let me know, and we will all draw it up. If you dig back, I think I did spirits, werewolves, and vampires. Sorry, Johnny. But I figure I tell people how to fight humans all the time. It's only fair. I may have done Fae. So look around. If there's a beastie that you want a real sword master's opinion in fighting, which I usually do right around Halloween, let me know so I have time to formulate it. And with that, guys, you know the rules. Do your drills. Keep your guard up. Be kind to yourself and each other. And as always, friends, thank you for supporting your local sword master. I will see you all next week for another episode of the Historical Fencing Guild's live stream. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. And Johnny, you get a pass. There aren't many vampires I tolerate. Enjoy it. You're one of maybe 2 or 3. And that's not counting the Count because he's a Muppet and I'm not sure. I got my eyes on him. Toodles.